So starting from this point, you're probably going to feel like, oh, I don't think I can do this. No, please keep doing this. Over time, if you do it like several times, you're going to get better and better. Now we're going to take it out of this loaf pan and let it cool down on this rack. If you never made a bread, let me show you how to make very simple white bread using the simplest ingredients and simple tool, and it cost me $1.06. Let's get started. I will include the recipe in the description below. We're going to mix the yeast, sugar, and water first. You want to have your water temperature anywhere between 105 to 115 Fahrenheit or 40 to 45 Celsius. If you have no thermometer, do not worry about it. Just dip your finger, leave your finger in the water, and your finger should not hurt. It should be nice and cozy and warm because hot water is going to kill your yeast. Okay, we're going to just put this mixture on the side. While that's nicely dissolving, we're going to melt the butter. Original recipe calls out lard. This is my mom's recipe. She used to make bread over 30-40 years ago. And also I substituted water to milk because I like to have nice little bit sweetness into this bread, and the milk makes it nice and tender, moist crumb. Also the lactose in the milk makes it nice golden color once your bread is baked. Okay, so just melting the butter, and once the butter is melted, you're going to add the milk. What I'm trying to do is make this liquid again at 105 to 115 Fahrenheit degree. Look at that yeast, nice and foamy. It activated really well. You know, the sugar activates the yeast. I keep dipping my fingers because I'm not using, as you notice, I'm not using thermometer. My finger is almost like a thermometer itself because I've been baking many years. Okay, so you can use any kind of salt. I'm using just sea salt here. And then I'm going to mix the milk, butter with salt. Going to have my salt dissolve with this liquid. Okay, just grab your whisk. You see, I keep checking the thermometer with my finger. So adding this nicely foamed yeast that's activated. That's why we prepare the yeast before anything. Okay, we're going to mix this up. And I like to use scale to measure my flour, because if I give you cup measurement, depends on how you're scooping it and how long that flour has been sitting, it can give you little wrong measurement. So I like to use scale each time I bake. Okay. So we're going to grab either wooden spoon, wooden spatula, or big metal spoon, anything that will mix this. Going to use big spoon, mix this up first, and once it's all mixed up, we're going to knead this dough. So in order to form the gluten, you're going to knead this dough about 8 to 10 minutes on the countertop or any working surface, but I'm going to knead it about 3 to 5 minutes because I'm strong and I'm going to do it very quickly. But 8 to 10 minutes is good thumb of rules because by then all the gluten should be nicely formed. So I keep saying gluten and gluten because once the gluten is formed when you're making a dough, it's going to make it nice and elastic. So dust in the countertop, because this is very important because you don't want to have your countertop stuck to the dough. And I'm going to put some flour on my hand as well. So starting from this point, you're probably going to feel like, oh, I don't think I can do this. No, please keep doing this. Over time, if you do it like several times, you're going to get better and better. And this is really worth of doing this. I mean that making your own bread is really worth of. Once you get hold of it, you're going to love it. You're going to save a lot of money, and also it's going to be a much healthier choice. When you see or notice in the back of the bag that you buy bread from outside from the store, it has all kind of words on it. Some words you can't even pronounce or say it. What does that mean? That means it's a lot of additives. There's a lot of additives, and there's a lot of, taste enhancers. It's just too much process. Okay, now you see, the dough is becoming nice and elastic. There's a few ways you can check if your dough is ready. One way is, I'm going to show you right here. We're going to poke the dough with our finger, and if it bounces back like this, halfway, partially bounces back, that means it's ready. There's some other ways to test it, but we're going to make our life as simple as possible. So grease your bowl with any kind of oil. I just had this olive oil on the side. So you're just going to let your dough rest inside. I'm just making a nice ball shape here. And I'm going to cover this with some plastic bag. I'm covering this with some plastic. You can put it into plastic bag as well. Or you can just simply wet your kitchen towel, and then you can just cover this. I'm putting on the towel over my counter because my counter is a little bit cold, and I'm going to wait until the size doubles. It takes anywhere between 45 minutes to 60 minutes. So making sure greasing all around it and the bottom, all four sides, all corners with some butter. Because by the time the bread is done in this loaf pan, it's going to raise. So it's going to touch all the walls, all the corners. Look at that dough, nicely doubled in size. Okay, we're going to just make another round shape. Then we're going to knead this with a rolling pin, just like this. As far as with size, the loaf pan that I'm using today is 9 by 5. So I'm going to knead it 9. The whiteness is 9, and then length I make it about 14 or 15. Just like this. I just put my loaf pan next to it, just kind of see. As you notice, I'm not using any measuring tape. So roll it like this and pinch at the end. And this pinch side is going to be in the bottom of this loaf pan. And in order to make it nice and smooth, I'm going to just roll it back and forth a few times. Just like this. Nice thing about making this kind of very plain bread is once you get hang of making this bread, you can make all different kind of bread. You can make whole wheat bread. You can make some cinnamon swirl bread. This is the simple recipe that you can learn, and then you can enhance it to all different kind of bread. Now you see it's raised in double size. Okay, we're going to bake it at 375 degrees, about 25 to 30 minutes. So it's been about 30 minutes. Look at that color, beautiful. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Now we're going to take it out of this loaf pan and let it cool down on this rack. If you leave your bread inside the pan while cooling it down, it's going to sweat. So make sure you take it out. And then the other way to check the readiness of this bread is you can tap on the bottom or on top, and you're going to hear this hollow sound. So that means your bread is done. You see on the side it's cracked a little bit. If I have rised this bread another 15 minutes, it should have been even more perfect. But it's okay. Look at that color inside the crumb. The smell is just wonderful. I have to repeat this because it smells really good. All right. So this is how it came out. I'm very satisfied. Look at that nice fluffiness. If I squeeze it, it bounces back. Let's dissect this bread. Look at that. Look at that. It's like almost like a cloud. It's so nice and soft and fluffy. It smells wonderful. I would like to try a little bit with some butter and jam. You can eat it with peanut butter jelly sandwich. You can make a nice grilled sandwich. But now I'm just going to try with some butter and jam. I didn't toast this because it's very fresh. Still inside a little warm. Tastes really good. You can also slice the whole thing, put it into Ziploc bag, and you can keep it in the freezer, and you take it a few at a time, and then you can eat it. Look at this beautiful color. The smells just really, really good. I cannot believe this is $1 worth of bread with good ingredients.